Hey, what's going on, guys? It's V-Train Man, and welcome to the weekly timetable with the week of August 17th, 2014. I have two of our favorite co-hosts today. Of course, with me is Marco right there. You can't quite see him. You can see the top of his head because the camera's a little high. But Marco's right there, and behind him is Oliver. Oliver. See? He's afraid of everything, so don't worry about him. Probably the first and last time we're going to actually get him in the video. Because it's really just quite a coincidence that he's down here. Wait a minute, Mark. There he is. Sleepy dog. Alright, but moving on to the 5 videos this week. We had some great progress with some stuff this week. Starting on Monday with Trayman's Modular Minecraft episode 61, The Quarry, where we do what we've been planning to do. This is pretty incredible. We get a really good find of diamonds in the nether, macerate them into 4 diamonds each, and make our fabled piece of technology that I never thought we'd actually get our hands on. Followed by stone gear. Followed by an iron gear. Alright, so pop, 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 missed. What am I missing? There's one thing that I'm forgetting. It's a piece of redstone, isn't it? It is. I don't have that. It's upstairs. A piece of redstone. That's what followed the works for building this 11 diamond machine. Now powering it. Now that's a problem for, well, another episode. On Tuesday, we had Tremens plays Chrysaor's Locomotion, episode 42, Steel Station. And we get half of the work done that we probably should have gotten done, and we create a couple of future bottlenecks. Now, of course, I can see into the future. I know how well that's going to turn out, so oops, with some of the stuff that I've figured out. Either way, we get some very interesting track work done. Alright, so what are we going to do about that? Can we move the line? Well, I'm not sure if it would be efficient to move the line. I don't want to shut it down temporarily, but I'm going to have to build up to it as best I can. Oh no, I can't pull it back by 1 because we can fit the signals in here. If only we could pull it back 2 more, make things easier. But I'm not sure we can. I'm kidding, we most certainly can. Okay, let's pull this back. On Wednesday we had War Thunder, episode 20, Victoria's Secret, where we do some battles and we discuss Victoria's Secret. Hint, it's a penis. Just thought I'll just leave that one there.
Really,
Squeeze my lemon.
No.
Do you wanna touch my lemon?
No.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, teammate, I hate you.
Friendly fire?
Almost. He almost kamikaze into me.
We're still the best squad out there.
He's got an air cobra and he's behind me. I know what he's up to.
Trees. Hang on.
I just need to get to my destination.
Which is?
This base right here.
Ellis, there's nobody behind you. Wait, no,
there are 2 people behind me. I'm not crazy. The bullets aren't coming from nowhere.
He's not showing up on my screen.
On Thursday, we had Space Engineers Episode 4, Fighter Number 1, where we go and build our own ship for the purpose of tackling the various enemy ships that are out there. This one's a little bit interesting, though, considering it's, well, there are some physics problems with it. Yeah, the design needs to be worked on. Oh, and wow. The moment I say I don't ever have enough computer components, that's the one thing I need. Alright then. You're really gonna do that right here? Can you not do it where I'm working? I mean, I appreciate you getting resources for me, but not right here. I don't need my project jeopardized by you moving accidentally 1 inch to the left.
Whoopsie.
Don't do that.
Like that? Did you mean like that?
Finally on Friday we get the Zombie Train episode 84, 2 mountains. That's 2 mountains done in one video, which is more than I thought possible. The video is hardly even half an hour long, so well done me, I guess. I've learned to work quickly in those situations. That'll probably help with a lot of the work that'll have to get done in the future. About the area that I built. I'm not gonna go, well, I do go, oh, I love this part of the map, but it's when we reach the little quaint areas like Sesquico where I can make things look adorable. And, make, frankly, small things are easier to make look cool than really big things, because really big things you have to put a lot of effort in to make them look cool because they're really big. Which is why I respect people who do stuff like this and do it much better than I do. Either way, I am back in full force with some with some stuff already been recorded for next week. Why am I so far to the side of the camera? I think the camera is crooked. I just came back from a little trip out to Block Island, my last kind of hurrah, going around, seeing some cool stuff in Rhode Island, of course, before I leave and go to my new place. But we've got some videos of the week this week. Now I cut out 2 of them because they were pretty old compared to when I actually found them. Bottom of the list I'm gonna say is Son buys mom her dream car. Now I'd put this up higher because this woman's reaction is fantastic, but it's a sob. Ugh. I apologize to the woman in the video, but it's going to be rust in just a couple of months. Next down there is the salmon cannon, which is really innovative and kind of ingenious and probably really scary for the salmon. But it's a pneumatic tube that fish can use to circumvent dams. Now we know that that there's a lot of trouble with salmon that normally swim upstream being blocked by hydroelectric power plants, despite the fact that we need said power plants for everything from power to flood control to giant reservoirs of water for places like Las Vegas who can't get any on their own. So fish have trouble going back upstream in a lot of these places, and this is one of the ways that they can circumvent those dams and launch fish through a tube at 22 miles an hour. Pretty cool. Now, the other one, and this is only so high because I can relate to it. I have a little story to tell. It's Caniva World, Twin Peaks, Aqua Park, blah blah blah. It's a water slide malfunction. Well, I'm not sure exactly what the malfunction is. I think the dude just loses control of his tube and ends up flipping it upside down, which is exactly what I did in an amusement park. So we were at Water Country, that's what it's called, up in New Hampshire, a little family trip, and I was going in this one-seater, completely in the dark, pitch black, tube ride, and I wanted to spin because the tunnel had a helix in it, so I figured if I got myself to spin, I'd just spin down the helix and have way more fun than if I just stayed pointing forwards. So the moment I got out of the gate, I put my hand out and touched the wall because I figured it'll catch the wall and it'll turn me sideways, and it did. It turned me sideways and then my legs hit the wall. So I figured, well, there's only one thing to do now. If I'm turning sideways and my legs are hitting the wall, the only thing to do to let me turn more freely, because I was sideways and stuck, basically. I was still moving down the tunnel, but I wasn't going to spin anymore. I said, well, I'll tuck my legs in. I tucked my legs in, I was immediately upside down. I tucked my legs in, and then I hit the curve, and the tube just went up. over my head, and so I was still holding onto the handle, but the tube was up here. And so I came out of the water slide with the tube over my head and me riding the actual slide. The lifeguard said nothing. I was afraid I'd have to explain it. But something that is fully inexplicable is the actual video of the week, and it's the greatest game ever played in Zorb Soccer. Now, if you don't know what a Zorb is, it's this big inflatable thing that you hold, and it's about this big, and you're in it, or at least the upper half of your body is in it. And Zorb Soccer is cool because there's no whining and crying and pretending like you hit, because it's full contact. And you run into people head first with the Zorb around you, which cushions the impact, and it cushions the impact for them as well. And you just bounce off each other and go flying. And it looks like the most entertaining thing I've ever seen. It's the one sport that I'd love to play because I know I'm not going to get hurt. I'm just going to bounce everywhere and have fun. I want a league of this. So it's Devin Supertramp. Heard he's semi-famous on the internet, so go check out that video. It's really cool if you haven't seen it already. I don't know why I look so pale right now. I need to adjust the lighting a little bit more. Maybe if I, hold on. Boom, full max lighting. No, now I just look shiny. Oh well, let's just turn that back down. So you guys, I'm saying goodbye to this room. You guys can say goodbye to the sleeping dogs because they won't be around anymore, at least not in these videos. And I'll see you all next week, and on Monday, tomorrow with Modular Minecraft, Tuesday with Locomotion, and Wednesday with War Thunder. Trayman out.